At last, spring. I'm out in the forest because I'm going to take pictures. I started to take picture of some bushes and trees that it was no leaves on it. It was winter when I was there, and now I'm out in the forest and going to take a picture of the same bushes and trees that I took the first time I was here for this season, for this year. But when I come here to the forest, they were around the forest and where I normally I drive there, and they were cut the trees, and it was much work going on. So I turn back and go another way to come to the forest. And I was sure that I could come to the forest in another direction, but then when I come there, they have rebuilt the road there, and it was not to could drive there. So I have to drive a little longer way this time, and there was no path for bicycles or a scooter to drive there. So I have to go a very dangerous way where all this heavy traffic was. But it's only to trust God that nothing will happen to you. And it didn't. It was heavy traffic. But I stopped sometimes where it was tight to drive around me, so I let them drive before me. And then I come to the forest, but now it's a little far away I am, because I am on the other side of the forest from my home. But it's a beautiful day, and you hear the birds, big birds, those black big birds. I don't know what it's called in English, but for us it's called korpar. You can hear them maybe. And it's warm sun today, and it's not a cloud in the sky. It's a little wind, but that's normal for this area, because we are laying, it's up on the hill, big hill, from the water that is between Denmark and Sweden. So the wind take a speed up where I live and where this forest is. And it was not because of the forest I am going to talk about. I sit by myself here, and only the nature and the birds is here. Listen, if they could understand me. I had a visit from this man that should come and help me. And he was old looking man, but a nice looking man. And that was so fun, because he looked older than me, so he's okay. If he is sent from God to be my husband, I don't know. But I look at him and inspect him in that way to see how he looked like. But he was slim, and he come with a bicycle and come to my home, and we sit there and talk for a long time. And I was out to show him where the store unit was and the house for to put in trash. And I hold it in him. He asked, should we take the scooter? He said when we went out, but I say, if I hold in you, I can walk. So we were walking, and I told him this, that I am not used that no, I'm not used that people help me, and I can go like running before you and do things and say things because I'm so used to be on my own. I say to him these things, so he know it already, that I can act a little strange compared to other people, to other women, because I have always been on my own. Even if I was married, and well, I have been engaged 4 times, and they never helped me, and they say more likely that they were saying that I should do things, but it was for him to do it. But they were used to that I should, if they say something that you can do it, I did it, and not question them why I should do it. So it is a little weird, but for those people that are not used with this. But my whole life I have done everything on my own, and no one have helped me. So I have to explain for him that I may be run before you to do things, but you should tell me that it's not for you to do it. I can do it. You have to understand that I can run before you, and I am in dangerous because my body can't do it, and you have to tell me to step back and let you do it. I say to him, because I'm so used to do things, and it's have been these dangerous things I would have been forced to do, but it was not me. It was not people that forced me. I forced it on my own because I have been educated and raised like that, to not ask people to help me to do everything on my own. And it's very hard. I know it's very wrong, but that's in my mind. I'm so used with it. Even if I understand that you can let him do it, or if it's a woman, you can let her do it, and it feels so very strange for me. There is people walking in the forest because it's beautiful weather, so that's what you hear. I'm not inside the house. I look at the meadow here, and they have changed it so much. I'm going to place a picture for you to see it. So, and I am out here and drink my lunch because I have started to only drink food now. I have decided me for to drink from Monday till Friday lunchtime, and then I can eat some, and then do it again next week. And my blood pressure was low this morning when I wake up. It was only 9.2, and I am very, very seldom under 10 in my blood sugar, so it was good. But then in the day it have raised of its own because I have drinking those low calories Modifast and Allevo, and they have sugar in them, but not so much. It's energy that is needed. You can't totally be out of sugar, because that gives energy also for the body, but should not eat much sugar. It belongs to that to eat, but mostly we get it from the food, sugar. In nowadays they put in the sugar the whole time, and then they say it's make food taste better, the spices be better. Tomatoes with sugar on is very nice, and I have found out that I don't need to put sugar on the tomato. It's only about I have something sweet, and I take this sweetener there is that have no sugar and place it on tomatoes, and it's very nice. And now here in the forest I have tomato juice that I drink with celery in it. It's very, very good. Sometimes I'm longing for to drink that, so I do it now. And now this man, he maybe was like one head over me, so he was long, so he was tall, so I could ask him for things that is high up, so that was good. And he is an electrician, but what God sent me, because I didn't know anything about him. He told me that he had been nurse in it. I was thinking that he maybe say yes to me because he maybe thought I was mental sick, because he had been nurse for mental sick people, but also for those that is disabled his whole life. So he is used to take care of people. And he told me that because of the job as a nurse, I was tired, and I did a retirement when I was 62, he say, and he was 65 today, and I am 70 years old, so we are not so far from each other in age. So maybe is he the one that God has sent me, because he's a nurse, and then he know many things to with the body to do. So I asked him if he could do a massage for me on my legs, and he said he should. He was not educated in that, but he should help me with it. And then I didn't need to pay those other clinic to do my legs. So is very good, and that we are about the same age. So we have many of these historical memories together. And he was talking about the movie in Sweden is called Schindler List. And he told me about the movie and things that he heard people talking about when it's about the Jewish. That Schindler, he have a industry, and he let Jewish people working for him in the industry when they come out from the camp, the Nazi camp. They have no job, but he gave them job, all Jewish from the camp. So, and he helped also before they come out from the camp. And there is many ways to help people in. And I said to him that I am related to both Schindler and Royal Wallenberg. And the strange things with my family tree is that those Jewish people that come to Sweden, they have almost the same surname, even if they were not together, that they come by themselves, and then they change their names, and all of them have this surname that it starts with wall, like wall in English, wall in Swedish, and then they have a little longer, different from each other, but everyone is a wall, Wallenberg, Wallerberg, like that. It's very strange. If I wish I could talk and ask someone that was Jewish in that time when they hid from the Nazis, and how they could escape everything that was from the camp to do and come back to real life again. That should have been interesting. But maybe I find it in all these old papers from that time. And but I understand so very many things now when I have been to the school and study about the Jewish people in Sweden, how the history of the Jewish people here in Sweden. And I didn't know anything. What did I knew before everything happened? Before God? What did I knew? And so it's most of my knowledge have I got after God come and talk to me. That's have happened. And this man, he was talking also about many things that I learned from, and he will teach me more, but he's away because he have got a grandchild in Denmark, so he have to go to visit them in Denmark and take care of the kids and the man his daughter is married to in Denmark. I say, I think you you are the one that going to change the diaper. I say, I, I was only thinking about those funny those movies, those the people send in for what is called fun, those that they show in the program, small short videos from people. And when he say that about a newborn baby to take care of, then I saw directly those fathers that have toilet paper in their nose when they should change the diapers on the kids, and they are puking and a very ugly smell. And I was thinking that with this man and laugh a little. I think he understand what I was talking about. And so his daughter lives in Denmark, and he say that she have lived in Greenland also for 1 year. It's very strange. But I have sisters in Greenland also. But that I got when I did get the result from my DNA. And then one morning when I was very sleepy, I erased the whole family tree that I have built from the beginning. So, and I have to start over. And I have not found this Greenland person. But maybe we are related, him and me. Because he have the same surname as me. What I was, the name I got when I was born from my father. So I say we are related, I say, when he say his surname. Then so much going on, and it's just right time for me to get my life together in that way that I find God will, or heaven will send me a man to love, and he love me, and not be this selfish man I had lived with, because this man, his whole life been a nurse, taking care of people, and he is not frightened about me, because I say to him that I maybe can say something stupid because the brain make me say like that. It's not evil things, but it can be very confusing what I'm saying. But then when he have worked with the mental sick people, then he can calm down, and that is nothing for him. So maybe it's the right person for me, if he's not married. So I am going to drive through the whole forest and hope I can come to my home without driving around the forest, that they have ended their work with to cut the trees. I hope so. And I'm going to those tree and bushes I have take a picture of and take picture how they look like today in February 28, 2023.